What if I told you that some of the vegetables sitting in your refrigerator right now, the ones your doctor has always told you to eat more of, could actually be quietly harming your kidneys, spiking your blood sugar, or thinning your blood so dangerously that your medications stop working? I know, it sounds impossible. These are vegetables. How could broccoli or spinach ever hurt anyone? But here's the truth. Most doctors don't have time to explain in a 15-minute appointment. After the age of 60, your body processes food completely differently, and certain vegetables, completely harmless for younger people, can become genuinely dangerous for aging bodies. Today, we're revealing the 4 common vegetables that doctors are now warning seniors to seriously limit or avoid entirely. And more importantly, we'll tell you exactly what to eat instead. Stay with us all the way to the end, because vegetable number 3 is one that almost every senior eats daily, and it could be doing real damage without a single warning sign. Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is dedicated to one mission: giving seniors and their families the real research-backed health information that can add years, even decades, to your life. Today's topic comes from a growing body of research in geriatric nutrition, and we've compiled insights from cardiologists, nephrologists, that's kidney specialists, and endocrinologists to bring you this guide. Every vegetable on this list isn't bad for everyone, but for seniors, especially those managing conditions like high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, or taking blood thinners or thyroid medication, these vegetables deserve serious attention. Let's start with number 1. Vegetable number 1. Spinach, the poster child of healthy eating. Popeye's fuel. A vegetable so celebrated that parents have been force-feeding it to children for generations. So why is it number 1 on our list? Here's what most people don't know. Spinach is loaded with a compound called oxalic acid, also known as oxalates. In young, healthy adults, these oxalates are mostly harmless. The kidneys filter them out and life goes on. But as we age, kidney function naturally declines. According to research published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases, most people lose approximately 1% of their kidney function every year after age 40. By age 70, many seniors are operating at half or less of their original kidney capacity. When your kidneys can't properly process oxalates, these compounds bind to calcium and form crystals, and those crystals build up in the kidneys. The result? Kidney stones, chronic kidney disease, and in severe cases, a dangerous condition called hyperoxaluria that can lead to kidney failure. But that's not even the biggest concern for seniors. Here's the one that doctors are most alarmed about. Spinach is one of the highest sources of vitamin K in the food supply. Vitamin K is what makes blood clot, and millions of seniors take anticoagulant medications, blood thinners like warfarin, also known as Coumadin, to prevent strokes, pulmonary embolisms, and blood clots. If you're on warfarin and you suddenly eat a large spinach salad, you can throw your INR levels completely out of control. Too much vitamin K from spinach can cause your blood to clot when it shouldn't, potentially triggering the very stroke your medication was designed to prevent. What should seniors eat instead? Iceberg lettuce and romaine are excellent lower oxalate, lower vitamin K alternatives. Cabbage, too, offers fiber and nutrients with far less risk. Vegetable number 2. Raw kale. For the past decade, kale has been marketed as the ultimate superfood. Kale chips, kale smoothies, kale salads. It's been on every health magazine cover in America. But for seniors, especially those with thyroid problems, raw kale can be genuinely harmful, and here's why. Kale belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family and contains compounds called goitrogens. Goitrogens interfere directly with thyroid function by blocking your body's ability to absorb iodine, the mineral your thyroid gland desperately needs to produce its hormones. The result? Sluggish thyroid activity, which means fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, depression, and increased heart disease risk. Here's the frightening statistic. According to the American Thyroid Association, over 20 million Americans have some form of thyroid disease, and more than half of them don't even know it. Among women over 60, the rate climbs even higher. Estimates suggest 1 in 5 senior women is managing a thyroid condition. If you're already on thyroid medication, like levothyroxine, eating large amounts of raw kale can effectively cancel out your medication, rendering it useless. Beyond thyroid issues, raw kale contains extremely tough, fibrous cell walls that the aging digestive system, which naturally produces less stomach acid and fewer digestive enzymes with age, simply struggles to break down. The result is bloating, gas, cramping, and incomplete nutrient absorption. The good news? Cooking kale almost entirely neutralizes the goitrogen effect. If you love kale, lightly steam it or sauté it, and the thyroid risk drops dramatically. Or switch to cooked broccoli, which is rich in calcium and vitamin C, with far fewer goitrogenic effects.
Vegetable number 3, white potatoes. This is the one we warned you about at the beginning, the one that nearly every senior in America eats on a regular basis. White potatoes. Now, potatoes aren't vegetables in the classic sense. They're starchy tubers, but they're consistently grouped with vegetables in dietary guidelines, and that's part of the problem. Many seniors think they're eating healthily when they include potatoes in their daily diet. But here is the cold, hard number that should concern every senior over the age of 65. A plain boiled white potato has a glycemic index of 78. A baked potato, up to 111. For reference, pure table sugar has a glycemic index of 65. That means a baked potato raises your blood sugar faster than eating a spoonful of sugar. For seniors managing type 2 diabetes, and according to the CDC, 29% of Americans over age 65 have diabetes, white potatoes can send blood glucose levels on a roller coaster that strains the heart, damages blood vessels, accelerates kidney decline, and increases dementia risk. But even for non-diabetic seniors, the chronic blood sugar spikes caused by regular potato consumption drive low-grade systemic inflammation, a process that researchers now believe accelerates nearly every age-related disease, from heart disease to arthritis to Alzheimer's. And let's talk about how potatoes are usually prepared. Fried in oil, loaded with butter, covered in sour cream, or turned into potato chips. Each preparation layer multiplies the cardiovascular and inflammatory risk dramatically. The smart swap? Sweet potatoes are a transformative alternative. They have a glycemic index of around 44, nearly half of white potatoes, and they're packed with beta-carotene, potassium, and vitamin A that actively support heart and brain health. Cauliflower is another outstanding substitute, offering fiber and nutrients with minimal blood sugar impact.
Vegetable number 4, corn. Corn on the cob at a summer barbecue, corn as a side dish, popcorn during a movie. Corn is deeply embedded in American culture, and for seniors, it may be one of the most underestimated sources of hidden harm. Modern commercial corn has been selectively bred over decades to be sweeter and sweeter. The sweet corn you eat today contains significantly more natural sugar than the corn your grandparents grew up eating. 1 ear of medium sweet corn contains roughly 6 to 8 grams of sugar and delivers a glycemic load comparable to many processed snacks. For seniors with insulin resistance, which is increasingly common with age, this sugar load is problematic enough on its own. But here's the deeper issue that most nutrition advice ignores. Corn is extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. This might sound technical, but the concept is simple. Your body needs a balance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. A healthy ratio is roughly 4:1, omega-6 to omega-3. The average American, however, consumes a ratio closer to 20:1 because corn is hidden in virtually everything we eat. Corn oil, high fructose corn syrup, cornmeal, corn starch, these are in most processed foods. An excess of omega-6 fatty acids directly fuels chronic inflammation, which researchers now link to heart disease, arthritis, cognitive decline, and cancer, all conditions that disproportionately affect seniors. Studies from institutions like Harvard School of Public Health have highlighted this omega-6 imbalance as a key driver of inflammatory disease in older populations. Beyond the sugar and omega-6 issues, corn is one of the most heavily pesticide-treated crops in the United States, and the aging immune and detox systems of seniors are less equipped to clear these residues efficiently. Better alternatives? Green peas offer a similar texture and comfort food feel with far better nutritional value. Lentils and chickpeas deliver fiber, plant protein, and anti-inflammatory properties that actively support longevity.
So there you have it, the 4 vegetables that doctors are now urging seniors to limit or approach with caution. Spinach for its oxalates and blood-thinning interactions, raw kale for its thyroid-disrupting goitrogens, white potatoes for their dangerous blood sugar spikes, and corn for its inflammatory omega-6 load and hidden sugar content. Now, before you clear out your refrigerator, a word of reassurance. None of these foods are poison, and moderation is always a key principle. The danger comes from frequency and quantity, and from eating them in combination with the specific medications and health conditions that many seniors manage every day. Here's our bonus tip for free. The single most powerful thing a senior can do for longevity isn't avoiding one particular vegetable. It's building what researchers call an anti-inflammatory plate. Fill half your plate with cooked leafy greens like bok choy or Swiss chard. Add a quarter of quality protein like wild salmon or legumes, and the remaining quarter with colorful, low-glycemic vegetables like bell peppers, zucchini, and asparagus. This combination is associated with the lowest rates of age-related disease and the highest rates of healthy centenarians worldwide. If this video gave you something valuable today, please consider sharing it with someone you love who's over 60. It could genuinely make a difference in their health. And if you want to dive deeper, our next video covers the 5 foods that the world's longest-lived people eat every single day. You'll want to watch that one. Like this video, subscribe for more evidence-based senior health content, and we'll see you in the next one.